first get our dog, we often have dreams of the things that we'd like to do with them. And that might be getting involved with doggy sports. It might be being able to go out with them for days out with the family. It might be just having a companion that can go with us everywhere, that we can relax with and enjoy all our activities with. And when we find that our dog is reactive, all that changes. And it's not unusual to experience something akin to grief because of that. And you might go through a number of stages with this. You may feel a bit of denial, so you might start off continuing to take your dog to places that you want to go, even though your dog really can't cope with it. You may feel anger or frustration. Why has this happened to me? It's just not fair. Everybody else's dog seems to be fine. Why can't my dog be fine? You may beat yourself up about it. What did I do wrong? Is this my fault? Should I have done things differently? And you may just feel overwhelmed, that you just can't cope. You don't know how you're going to get through one day to the next. And all that is completely normal. But ultimately we'll get through that to a point of acceptance. Not acceptance necessarily of the reactivity, we'll still work on that, but acceptance of the dog that we have. Acceptance that our dog, even though they may not be able to do all those things that we had in mind before we got them, our dog still is the dog we love. Our dog still is the dog that can do lots of things. And instead of focusing on what we can't do, we'll start to focus on what we can do and notice all the fantastic things that our dog is capable of and all the fantastic things that our dog is good at. So they may not be very good at socializing with other dogs, but it may be that they're fantastic with children, or they're really good at using their nose, or they're very comforting when you need them. And when we reach that point, everything changes, and that's when we can really start to make progress. Because then we accept the dog that is in front of us as the dog that we want to have, and the dog that we can work with, and the dog that we can live with and enjoy. And we can focus on the things that our dog does well, and we can focus on helping them to be able to cope with all the things that they need to be able to cope with. But we can also change things so that we don't make our dog deal with things that are really beyond them. And then we really start to enjoy our dogs again, and we can concentrate on helping them to be the best that they can be. And we can concentrate on being the best guardians that we can be for them.